Class 7, welcome to your social studies class. Today we are going to explain the first chapter of geography, components of environment. We are going to study the components of environment. Environment is our surrounding area. We live on the planet Earth, which is unique because only on this planet we have life. Only here living beings can survive because of its temperature, its weather and all other facilities which supports life. We see life in many forms around us. There are plants, trees, birds, animals, human beings, etc. Earth is able to sustain all the forms of life because it has the environment which is favorable. The conditions here are favorable to live. There is oxygen to breathe in and so many other things like sun rays, sunlight, etc. So we can say therefore environment refers to all external conditions or the surrounding area in which we live. So we see that environment is very essential for us to live. However, the conditions are not uniform, means environment everywhere is not same. It changes with the change of weather, with the change of climate, with the change of temperature, soil, etc. Conditions also differ from place to place due to lifestyle of the people, which again depends upon the climate, and we try to survive, we try to live in such a way so that we can cope with the living conditions. Now there are components of environment. Environment and organism or living things has an interrelationship. Geography deals with this interrelationship. Geography tells us about how both the things live side by side. There are two kind of components, biotic components, abiotic components. They both are natural because they are made by the mother nature. For example, vegetation, animals, rivers, mountain, etc. All these are natural things. Human cannot create them, but they might be biotic or living like plants, animals and humans, or they may be abiotic. For example, living things like non-living things like water, air, sunlight, land, etc. There are some man-made elements also like agriculture, industries, means of transport, settlements, etc. These things are abiotic and man-made, means they are not made by the nature but they are made by the. Now the environment has been divided into four parts or four components. One is lithosphere or the soil or the land on which we live. We have human settlements, agriculture, etc. All the things which we do on the land is a part of lithosphere. Second is hydrosphere. All the water bodies on the earth comes under this component called hydrosphere like rivers, ponds, oceans, seas, etc. Fourth is aerosphere या atmosphere, means the cover around us is called the atmosphere, which have all the essential gases needed for the life. And fourth and the most but a little component or domain is biosphere, where all these three components, lithosphere, hydrosphere and aerosphere or atmosphere, mixes with each other, or you can say when all these three things are found together and where living things sustain, it is called biosphere. It is a very small area on the earth or on the land, which is the fourth component of the environment. Nature balances itself by ecosystem. For example, there are some animals which are carnivores or flesh eating animals. There are some animals which are herbivores or plants eating animals. Suppose if all the animals are carnivores, they will eaten up all the small animals and there will be no small animal on the land. Likewise, if all the animals are herbivores, they would eat up all the plants and there will be no oxygen for us to live and breathe in. So, likewise, nature creates and maintains a balance. There are some animals who eat up small animals. There are some small animals who eat up grass and plants. So, this makes and maintains the balance on the earth. Now there are human activities. There are many kinds of human activities which can be divided into 3 parts. Primary activities which are mainly based on nature, like agriculture, fishing, farming, forestry, mining, etc. Dirty as well as harmful for our health. Human beings have disturbed the nature balance also. When the disturbance made by human activities were less, nature was very easily repairable and maintainable. But when the rate of exploitation grew, nature could not be repaired easily. That is why we are having so many problems of health and hygiene also. There are some other problems like population explosion, urbanization or making more and more cities, technological advancement and industrialization. Due to unplanned and unwise technology, we are threaten our environment day by day, which is becoming more dangerous to us. We should understand that to live a perfect life, we should make a very good balance between the nature and human life. We must learn to use our environment in a judicious or a systematic manner so that we can balance the nature and maintain it. Now let's have some question answers. There are 3 types of question answers. First is very short type questions. Name the following. I have written the answers. You have to copy the questions from this slide and write the answers from the next slide. First question, the external conditions in which an organism lives. Answer is environment. Number 2, the interaction between the organism and their physical environment in a particular area. Answer is ecology. The envelope of air which surrounds the earth. The answer is atmosphere. Question number 4, water that is found below the earth's surface. The answer is underground water. Number 5, the narrow zone of the earth where land, water and air meet and interact with each other. The answer is biosphere. What is an environment? Environment therefore refers to all the external conditions which are essential for life. Answer number 2. The 4 major domains of the earth are lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. There are 7 major continents of the earth. Answer number 3. What is an ecosystem? Ecosystem includes all of the living things and non-living things. Living things include plants, animals and organisms, while non-living things include weather, earth, sun, soil, climate and atmosphere, etc. Question number 4. The answer is the natural elements like mountain, river, animals, vegetation, etc. are created by nature. They form the natural environment. It comprises 2 components. Biotic component, it is the world of living organisms like plants and animals. Abiotic components, it is the world of non-living things like land, air, water, etc. Answer number 5. Lithosphere is the outermost layer of earth consisting of crust and upper mantle portion of the earth. Lithosphere is responsible for the hard and rigid surface of the earth on which humans exist. Lithosphere is not a continuous layer, it is divided into the movable tectonic plates. This is 100 km deep layer. Now long questions. The first answer of the first long question is, our Earth is unique planet in the solar system because it supports life. This is possible due to the presence of favorable living conditions which make up our environment. We see life in many forms around us. They are plants and trees, birds and animals, and human beings. The Earth is able to sustain all life forms because it has a favorable environment. The temperature on the Earth is neither too hot nor too cold. Oxygen is present in the atmosphere, which is essential for almost all forms of life. Water is found on the Earth, which is essential for life. Question number 2. Why is the ecosystem important for us? The answer is, all of the Earth's plants and animals rely on ecosystems to provide food and habitat. Ecosystems must maintain a delicate balance in order to stay vital. For example, a deer living in the meadow ecosystem needs water to drink, vegetation to eat, and shrubs and bracken to sleep and hide in. If the deer population increases too much for their current ecosystem to provide these things, the extra deer will have to search for food and shelter elsewhere, encroaching on the habitats and ecosystems of other species. The question of long segment, the answer of third long question is, 4 components of environment. The 4 major components of environment include lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere, corresponding to rocks, water, air, and life respectively. Number 1. Lithosphere is the outermost layer of Earth called crust, which is made of different minerals. Its depth can reach up to 100 kilometers and is found on both land, terrestrial crust, and oceanic crust. The main component of lithosphere is Earth's tectonic plates. Number 2. Hydrosphere comprises of all forms of water bodies on Earth, including oceans, seas, rivers, lakes, ponds, streams, etc. It covers 70% of Earth's surface. 97.5% of water found on Earth is in the oceans in the form of salt water. Only 2.5% of water on Earth is fresh water. Out of this, 30.8% is available as groundwater and 68.9% is in frozen forms as in glaciers. Amount of 0.3% is available in rivers, reservoirs and lakes and is easily accessible to man. Number 3. Atmosphere is gaseous layer enveloping the Earth. The atmosphere with oxygen in abundance is unique to Earth and sustain life. It mainly comprises 78.08% nitrogen, 20.95% oxygen, 0.93% argon, 0.038% carbon dioxide, and traces of hydrogen, helium, and noble gases. The amount of water vapor present is variable. Number 4, and the most important, is biosphere, refers to all the regions on Earth where life exists. The ecosystem that supports life could be in soil, air, water, or land. The term biosphere was coined by geologist Edward Swiss, who used this term for place on Earth where life can be found. Biosphere refers to the sum total of all living matter, the biomass or biota. It extends from the polar ice caps to the equator, with each region harboring some life form suitable to the conditions there. Write down all these questions in your copies and learn them. Okay, bye bye. Thank you.